Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, اسمع English. I am so incredibly happy to have you here with me today. You know, I was looking out of my window this morning and I felt something different in the air. The cold, grey days of winter are finally behind us, and a beautiful, colourful world is waiting for us outside. That is why, in today's episode, we are going to celebrate one of the most beautiful times of the year, springtime. But we aren't just going to look at flowers. We are going to dive deep into a very special story to learn all the English vocabulary you need to describe this amazing season. Today, we are going to follow Lily. Lily is a girl who loves nature, and she's going to take us on a long walk through the park, the forest, and even her own garden. Through her eyes, we will learn how to describe the changing weather, the new life in the trees, and the busy animals that only come out when the sun starts to shine. We have a lot to cover today. We will talk about things like blossoms, gentle breezes, chirping birds, and even the unpredictable spring rain. This video is perfect for you if you want to sound more natural when talking about nature, gardening, or just describing a beautiful day in English. So, if you're ready to leave the winter cold behind and step into a world of green grass and bright rainbows, make sure you have your notebook ready. We are about to start Lily's story, and I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll be able to describe the beauty of spring like a pro. Let's jump right into the story and see how Lily celebrates the new beginnings of spring-winter was finally over, and everything was starting to change in a beautiful way. Lily looked out of her window and noticed that the frost on the grass had completely disappeared. The long, dark, and freezing days of winter were behind her, and the spring equinox had passed. It was officially the start of a new season. The weather was becoming mild and warm. It was that perfect time of year when it is not too hot and not too cold. Every morning, the bright sunshine streamed through her curtains, waking her up with a feeling of hope. Lily decided to spend the whole day outside to explore the awakening of nature in the local countryside. As she stepped outside, she felt a gentle breeze on her face. She walked toward the forest and noticed that the ground was no longer hard and frozen. The soil was soft and moist. All around her, the grass was turning a vibrant shade of green. The trees, which looked dead and bare just a few weeks ago, were now covered in tiny, delicate green buds. Lily knew that in just a few days these buds would burst open into fresh green leaves. The most spectacular part of spring was the flowers. The entire landscape was in bloom. Lily walked through a field of yellow daffodils that were dancing in the wind. Near the river, she saw thousands of colorful tulips, red, purple, and orange. The fruit trees were covered in white and pink blossoms, and their sweet fragrance filled the air. It felt like the whole world was celebrating a new beginning. Lily sat down near a small pond and listened. The silence of winter was gone. The forest was full of life and noise. The birds had returned from their long journey south, and they were very busy. She could hear them chirping and singing complex songs to mark their territory. High up in the branches, she saw a pair of robins building a nest using small sticks and dried grass. Soon, there would be tiny blue eggs and hungry chicks to feed. Down by the water, Lily saw some tadpoles swimming in the pond, which would soon turn into frogs. She also spotted a mother duck with 5 little ducklings swimming in a row behind her. In the air, colorful butterflies were fluttering from flower to flower, and heavy bumblebees were buzzing loudly as they collected pollen. Nature was busy and energetic after the long sleep of winter. Suddenly, the bright blue sky turned a soft gray. In spring, the weather is very unpredictable. It started to drizzle a very light and refreshing rain. Lily didn't run for cover. Instead, she took a deep breath. She loved the smell of the earth after a spring rain. She remembered the famous saying, "April showers bring May flowers." After 10 minutes, the clouds parted and the sun shone through the raindrops, creating a giant, glowing rainbow across the horizon. When Lily returned home, she spent the afternoon in her garden. She put on her gloves and took her shovel and rake. It was time for some gardening. She cleared away the dead leaves from winter and pulled out the weeds that were starting to grow. She carefully dug small holes in the fertile soil and planted new seeds for sunflowers, lavender, and roses. She imagined how beautiful her garden would look in a few months. Lily also noticed that the farmers in the nearby fields were very busy. She saw a tractor preparing the land for new crops. In the distance, she could see young lambs jumping and playing in the green meadows. Spring is the time when many baby animals are born, and the fields were full of life. As the sun began to set, Lily noticed that the days were getting much longer. There was so much more daylight now compared to January. People in her neighborhood were outside, cleaning their windows, washing their cars, and doing their spring cleaning. Everyone seemed to have more vitality and energy. Spring was not just a change in the weather for Lily. It was a change in her spirit. The blossoming trees and the singing birds reminded her that life is a cycle of growth and beauty. She felt refreshed and ready for the months ahead. Spring was, without a doubt, her favorite time of the year. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end of this journey. I really hope you enjoyed following Lily through the park and the forest today. Spring is such a magical season, and it is the perfect time to grow your English vocabulary along with the flowers. To summarize what we learned today, I hope you now feel confident using beautiful words to describe nature. We talked about how the world is in bloom and how the trees are covered in blossoms and buds. We learned that the weather in spring can be unpredictable, moving from a gentle breeze and bright sunshine to a light drizzle that creates a rainbow. We also explored the busy world of animals, from birds building a nest for their chicks to the chirping sounds that fill the air. And of course, we saw how Lily prepared her garden by planting seeds in the soil and pulling out weeds. Using these specific words will make your English sound much more descriptive and natural. Now, I would love to hear from all of you. To practice your English, please try to answer these 4 questions in the comments section below. What is your favorite thing about spring? Do you love the flowers, the warmer weather, or the singing birds? Is the weather in your country unpredictable in spring? Does it rain a lot, or is it always sunny? Do you enjoy gardening? If you had a garden, what kind of flowers or vegetables would you like to plant? Spring is a time for new beginnings. Is there a new hobby or a new goal you are starting this season? I am really looking forward to reading your answers and chatting with you in the comments. Your stories and experiences make this community so special. If you found this lesson helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up and share it with a friend who is also learning English. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our future stories. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Happy spring, everyone!